Hello, I'm from JJing team, and today I'm going to show you how we created parts for our device called Laparoscopic needle driver. So this is the lever arm, or we called it a button bar. So first we sketched a circle right here. After that, we box extruded that part by 20 millimeter. Next, we sketched another circle by 30 diameter. And then we extruded that part as well by 3 millimeter. Next, we sketched a line right here, and the distance from the line to the origin is 10. We use this line, so we're gonna put I'll show you in the next step why we use this line right here. We sketched this part, so the line was our guide. And then we created this with all the dimensions right here. After that, we extruded that part as well by 20 millimeter. After that, we used reference plane and we sketched this. And then we cut extruded that part. This is so we can put our T-shaped rod inside this and it can fit better. Next, we sketched another part right here. And these are our dimensions. We zoom it in here. And we also cut extruded this part. So we can put our knob here, which you'll see on the whole assembly. After that, we sketched a circle here and then we made a hole. We cut extruded that part. So these are the dimensions. And we cut extruded that part. After that, we sketched this and then we're going to cut extrude this as well because this will make the lever fit in our device better. And we cut extrude it by 10 millimeter or through all, so this side is gone. So yeah, this is how we created our lever arm. Let's move on to next part. Okay, this is another part that was needed for our device. We call it T-shaped rod. Let's go through how we made this part. So first we sketched this square right here, all the dimensions. As you can see, let's zoom out so you can see the next step. After that, we extruded this right here by 110 millimeter, as you can see right here. After that, we made a reference plane, this pink area, so we can sketch on this part. And as you can see, I think I skipped. Okay, as you can see, we created this. And then we extruded that as well. We extruded by 6 millimeter right here. After that, we sketched this part because we are going to cut extrude the side. Like it kind of looks like a triangle. Right here, we're going to extrude that the next step. So if you look at the sketch right here. So this is what we did. We connected with all the lines right here. And then we extruded this part. We did the exact same thing to the other side. We connected with all the lines. And then we extruded this as well. And then we put through all, of course, because we wanted to cut extrude all the way. After that, we used fillet because we wanted to make this, all the sharp edges, we wanted to make as smooth as possible. So we give it a circular shape, which will make this part fit in our device better as well. This is what we did. Yeah, this is how we created the T-shaped rod. Now we're going to move on to the next part, and I'm going to show you how we created the bottom and top clamp. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we created our bottom clamp, which was pretty easy to create. So first, we sketched this shape. These are all the dimensions here, as you can see. And then we extruded this by 5.25 millimeter right here. After that, we just use fillet to make the sharp edges more smoother right here. And that's it for our bottom clamp. Now I'm going to show you how we created our top clamp. So let's move on. Now I'm going to show you how we created our top clamp. This is how it looks. So first, we sketched this. It's like top portion of the top clamp. These are all the dimensions. And of course, we're going to extrude that. We extruded by 5.25 millimeter, as you can see right here. I'm going to rotate it so you can see. Okay, after that, we used this reference plane and we put edge 1, face 1 right here because we're going to use sweep. And I'm going to go through the future right here. So you can see this profile and path. So the sketch, the blue part, the sketch is what you wish to use as a profile. That's why it says profile sketch. And the pink part, the edge, is the area where what you use as the path for the sweep, right here. And after that, looks like this. And then we used fillet. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Okay, we use fillet this edge and this edge because we need to make this more curvier, no sharp edges, especially for this part because we want the top clamp to move smoothly in our device. Lastly, we created a circle right here, and then we're going to extrude that, cut extrude, because we need to put a pin through this so the clamp can fit here, fit in the device nicely. This is what we did. We cut extrude. Lastly, we fillet this part so there's no sharp edges. So yeah, this is what we did for the top clamp. So this is our handle, like one of the shell for our handle. This is one side, and we created exactly same dimension, everything another side as well, but it was created in a different plane, which I'll show you after this, explaining this part. So first we sketched this, and we're going to boss extrude that part right here by 25 millimeter. After that, we used fillet, so there's no sharp edges. We use fillet here, here, and then the bottom as well. So there's no sharp edges, and it'll be comfortable to hold for our customer. And then we sketch this part, and then we're going to cut extrude that part. As you can see right here. This was done to give our device an ergonomic grip and to create a comfortable grip for our customer. After that, we used fillet, so there's no sharp edges. Next, we did shell 5.25 millimeter right here. Then we sketched and going to cut extrude this part. So here, this is gonna be the shell for our rod. I'll show you next. And then this part, so our lever arm can fit here, and then there's gonna be a button right here. So yeah, we cut extruded this too. And then we sketched this. These are all the dimensions. And we're going to cut extrude that part because we're going to put a screw and a knob right here. At the very end, we sketched and cut extruded this. Because at the end, we're gonna put a pin through this part. So yeah, this is one of the part for a shell. Let's show you the other side of it. So this is the other side of it. We just used a different plane, and all the dimensions and all the steps are the similar. I'm just showing you how it looks. So yeah, let's move on to another part. So this is another part, which is the rod. It's like an outer shell for our device. So first we sketched this. And these are all the dimensions. Maybe I should zoom in and then you guys can see it more clear right here. And then we use the revolve feature right here to give it a curvier shape, which was 180 degree right here. We use 180 degree. After that, we used fillet right here. So there's no sharp edges and it's curvy like this. And then we used a reference plane. So you can see top plane 7.20 millimeter. And then we sketched this part. And we boss extruded this part. We use another reference plane. These are to create some small little changes in our device in this part. So we sketched this. It's the dimension. And we sketched a little hole right here to put a pin when we attach our top clamp and bottom clamp together right here. We could extrude this little circle. Yeah, this is how we created our rod. This is one of the side of this rod, and then we created another side, which is exactly same dimensions and everything. And I'll show you really quick how we did that part. So yeah, this is another side of the shell. So as you can see, it's very similar to the other thing I just showed you. The small difference is right here. We boss extruded this part. This is so we can put our top clamp right here. it'll fit better if we cut this little part. Yeah, and all the other steps is same, exactly the same as the other shell I just showed you. Let's move on to another part really quick. So this is a knob. This is because we're going to put a screw and a knob in our device, and this is the knob cap. This is very simple. So firstly, you sketched this 10 by 10 right here. After that, we use revolve. As you can see, 360-degree. And then we sketched this 7.34. After that, we cut extruded that part to give this shape so we can put the screw right here. Yeah, this is how we created our knob part. So I showed you how we created all of our parts for our device. I hope it was helpful and it's very clear how we created each part. Thank you.